one of the beneficiaries told us that mahirap na nga kami, kawayan pa yung gagamitin niyo for us.
Okay.
I'm not against Bahay Kubo, don't get me wrong. But what I'm against is bamboo can just be for Bahay Kubo. I want to push that. I want to challenge that notion that can we do more with this material? What can we build with this material that we haven't done yet?
Hello, I'm Chad, the digital editor for BluPrint, and welcome to BluPrint Conversations. Here we explore the stories, ideas, and innovations shaping architecture today. In this episode, we're exploring a material that's been used for generations, but is now gaining renewed attention for its potential in sustainable design: bamboo. What makes it a compelling material for the future? And how are architects pushing its boundaries? Joining us today is the co-founder of Sangay Architects, known for his sustainable, culturally rooted designs and innovative use of bamboo in modern architecture. Please welcome architect Christian Salandanan. Christian, thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much, Chad, for inviting me here and for taking your time to actually see this place and also to listen to something that we're passionate about bamboo.
So, just to begin, in your view, what do you feel is the current global and local pulse on bamboo as a serious contender in construction?
So I think in terms of bamboo being a construction material, I see it as something that you don't make it go against concrete or steel, but rather put it as an option for as a building material. So because I believe that forcing things is really not the way. I mean, in all things, be it design or in any matter, it's one of our philosophy to let things go where it should be. In the same way that I see building materials as not all people would want to go with bamboo, and it's okay. You don't need to force it, but rather there are people also that will really fall in love with bamboo being material, because in the end it's about being connected with what resonates you also. I believe it's the same with designing, designing with nature, picking what material, the natural flow should flow,
Right. You can't force nature.
Exactly.
Many still associate bamboo with temporary or low-cost structures. So what are the most common misconceptions about bamboo you encounter? And how do you address them in your designs and advocacy?
One of the biggest stigma attached to bamboo is, as what you mentioned, it's bamboo being a permanent material. It's bamboo being a temporary structure. And there's an event before where I encountered we're designing a socialized housing. One of the beneficiaries told us that mahirap na nga kami, kawayan pa yung gagamitin niyo for us.
Okay.
And that really struck me in a way that people see bamboo as being associated with a social status, being poor, right? Whereas there's that question that, is bamboo really the problem? Or is it the way we utilize bamboo that really makes the difference? And I believe that when pushing for bamboo, our goal is, how do we elevate the value of bamboo? And being an architect, one of the contributions that we can do is to simply use bamboo with a good and correct design. Having a good design will be enough to elevate the value of bamboo, to show that, bamboo can be this kind of structure. And it's not just your temporary hut, it's not just your fence, but rather it's showing people the product, the end product of what bamboo can do, and then letting them see, letting them experience the place, letting them feel. That's the most effective way to change the thinking of people with how they see bamboo, more than talking to them with all the bamboo is strong, bamboo is sustainable, bamboo is this one. That's why we're designing bamboo structures also, to show that you can create something beautiful, and the correctness of the process ensures that that structure will last.
So from your experience, what does it take to elevate bamboo to a high-performance material in people's minds? I know we already touched on it. It goes back to design. Is there anything else that kind of helped this advocacy along?
Yeah, I think it's pushing the limit. I would say it's pushing the limit of how you use bamboo and putting it on another level in a way that, how in the Philippines, when we hear the word bamboo, it's always, I love it. The Bahay Kubo in our backyard, the Bahay Kubo in our vacation house. I'm not against Bahay Kubo. Don't get me wrong. Bahay Kubo has been there for hundreds of years. So
because it works.
Because it works, because it's part of our culture. But what I'm against is bamboo can just be for Bahay Kubo.
Right.
I want to push that. I want to challenge that notion that can we do more with this material? What can we build with this material that we haven't done yet? And I believe that to elevate the value of something, you need to challenge what is existing and you need to push its limit.
Right.
Even though the process is uncomfortable, even though the process is unconventional, someone needs to go to it and hopefully inspire others to follow. Yeah.
I love that. So this is a kind of a existential question for you.
Sure.
What first drew you to working with bamboo? Was there a specific moment or project that sparked your interest in this as a serious building material?
Ever since when I was young, I would say like grade 3, grade 4, I was 7, 8. I'm always fascinated with wood, the grains, the texture, the different tones, and all my personal things. I wanted wood. It's a different connection. And when I went to college, I was inspired with the works of Bobby Manyosa when I saw that he's using indigenous materials, and one of which is bamboo. I think that was Pearl Farm Resort, the project specific. And since then, I started to become more curious about that material as to, okay, how do I use it with architecture? How do I design with bamboo? I started attending seminars from planting bamboo to actually designing one. And I've been obsessed with this material since then on how to, there's not much. I didn't start with the reason of bamboo being sustainable. No,
right.
And not that. It's more of bamboo is beautiful.
Right.
From then I learned that it's something sustainable. It's something that it can grow fast. So it's first the love at first sight with the material, and then the facts on why it is wonderful came after.
Right. So it's like after the fact, like, it turns out.
Yes, exactly.
Like, this is actually really good for the planet, and it's
exactly.
Talking about that, you emphasize bamboo as a greener alternative. Can you elaborate on the key sustainable advantages bamboo offers over, say, conventional materials that we use here in the Philippines?
Actually, bamboo, in terms of bamboo is very sustainable in terms of building material, in a way that you just need 4 to 7 years to grow bamboo poles and turn it into a mature one that's ready for construction.
Right. As opposed to
say solid hardwood that takes 30 years, 40 years, or even more.
Right.
And the downside of that solid wood is once you cut it, it's done. You replace it another with a small planting material.
And then it's another 30 years.
Exactly, another 30 years. Unlike bamboo, there's this one clump and you plant bamboo, and then after 4 to 7 years, you harvest some that are within that age. You don't cut the whole clump, but rather you just pick which ones are 4 to 7 years old. You leave the other ones so that by the next year, yung mga mature ones naman, you already have another one to cut for that year. And then continuously it grows without you cutting the whole and without you needing to replant it from scratch.
Correct.
So it's actually a perfect, the cycle 4 to 7 years is a perfect time just for you to have enough material for maintenance, enough material to create another auxiliary structure. So the life cycle of bamboo is really incredible, and just need an intention to do it, get involved with it, and create one with it.
So hot tip, invest in bamboo.
Exactly.
It's going to be big, baby.
That's very true.
As you said, we're starting to see bamboo being used in various applications. So now we see it in flooring, wall paneling,
Yes.
but also as engineered and cross-laminated bamboo. So what is the potential for more mainstream applications like affordable housing, community centers, structures like this, or even in larger commercial structures?
The future of bamboo for me is very, very big, in a way that right now, bamboo industry is just starting.
Okay.
It's just starting. And if you notice, let's go with, say, for example, the commercial industry. It's just within the past 10 years, 15 years that we've seen bamboo flooring emerged in the market.
Right.
And what's the reason for that? The reason for that is the supply of wood is already on its scarcity level, that there are already regulations and government policies that prohibits cutting these hardwoods and trying to find alternative, simply because they can see that the consumption will not be able to catch up rather with
supply doesn't meet the demand.
Supply. Exactly. They saw that bamboo having a really low year, I mean 4 to 7 years just for you to utilize. It's a perfect alternative. And that's a time that these hardwood suppliers switched to bamboo as a building material. That's why you've seen in the last 10 years a lot of bamboo products made out of a lot of bamboo products. Yeah, these are the engineered ones, like from flooring, from kitchen tools, the chopping boards, and even now the cross-laminated bamboo being a structural element. And I'd like to go with, will bamboo ever make it to being mainstream? I would say cross-laminated bamboo is the way. Simply because it's something scalable. I mean, you have the supply of 4 to 7 years that's ready for harvest. You ply it or you compress it with just your desired profile. Like, for example, if you want it column size, you can do it 300 by 300. It's something scalable. You cut it 10 feet, you cut it 12 feet, and then it really is fitted for the requirement of the end users. I think that's where it will go mainstream, simply because the poles is still on the, I would say, artisanal level, because of it being still natural. Like, for example, each round will have different sizes, different diameter, different length.
It's not standard
It's not standard yet. So standardizing it is one way, and the key for that is, I think, through cross-laminated product.
So how can we better harness our abundant resources to create a more robust bamboo construction industry that benefits local communities and I guess the national economy as a whole?
Okay. I think if you want the bamboo industry to really flourish, I'd say multi-industry, in a way that designing and creating bamboo structures is just one way to actually boost that development. But there's that supply side that also needs to be filled. So these are the farmers, the entrepreneurs that needs to plant hectares of bamboo that is really dedicated for construction harvesting, right? Because currently, most of our bamboo poles are actually coming from natural stands. When I mean natural stands, these are from the mountains, from Tabing Ilog, the ones that are, they grow wild. They're not, I planted it there, after 5 years, I'll harvest it. Unlike hardwood, these are dedicated planting areas, right? So we need people, and I'm very happy that in the last 5 or 10 years, I've heard a lot of people that showed interest and actually started venturing in creating a bamboo plantation. Currently, building bamboo is, I will not sugarcoat it. It's really on the luxury side because of the supply. You cannot easily get 10 feet, 4 inches bamboo pole like plywood in any hardware, right? The cost will drastically go down if a lot of people will be able to supply this quality poles, right? Both filling the supply side in such a way that you don't just build, but you don't know where you will get your source after some time. So you need to give equal importance with that side of industry if you want it to be a full circle that will benefit the whole economy. And creating that bamboo plantation will benefit a lot, like from the owners to the farmers to the community. It will trickle and create a demand for it once there are supply.
I want to look ahead. Where do you see the most exciting innovations happening in bamboo processing and construction techniques?
Okay. To be honest, it's one of my dream, or rather one of the things that I'm waiting in the future is when bamboo goes vertical. We're talking of can bamboo be built on multiple stories, like probably mid-rise or eventually be high-rise. And I think it will happen. It will happen in the future. May not be in our lifetime, but at least the full scale. But I can see that in the next 15 to 20 years, at least a mid-rise made out of bamboo can be built. And I mean, the awareness, the usage of bamboo will just continue to grow, continue to spread, and continue to innovate.
Can you paint a picture of what our world would look like with the widespread adoption of bamboo that you're talking about?
Okay, I can see that, on the future, bamboo being built on an urban fabric to be something normal. Because right now it's still seen as something, a lot of skeptical people, or a lot of questions, a lot of fears, right? And because simply it's not something that you usually see, but people are starting to see that, bamboo structures being built nearby. I mean, like this structure is one, for example. People start to see that, oh, pwede pala, they already built one, let's build also in our place. So it will slowly trickle a movement in the future, seeing a bamboo house, or even with the idea of sharing, I want a bamboo house in the city, will be as normal as creating a residential concrete structure in the city. Yeah.
Awesome. Looking forward to that future.
Yeah.
Christian, thank you so much for joining us and sharing your expertise and passion for bamboo architecture.
Yeah, thank you very much, Chad, also for inviting me and for listening to our stories, to listening to something that, again, we're really passionate about, and something that is very close to our heart. It's really, very thankful to give us that you give us this opportunity.
Now, we'd love to hear from you. Do you see bamboo as a building material of the future? And how can we make sustainable materials more common in architecture? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like and subscribe. This has been BluPrint Conversations.